I'ma go get that ring. Coming out with your
What's up,
bitch.
everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm taylorbbeauty, and this video is going to be a Power Season 4 recap. Like, what? So, as you guys know, Power premiered last night at 9 p.m. on STARZ Network, Season 4. But I was fortunate enough to be able to watch it on demand at midnight. So I was super pumped to be able to watch it because I had just caught up on all of the seasons. So I think it premiered, the whole season started, the series started in June of 2014, and I didn't get to watch it. I wasn't interested in watching it. I didn't watch it until June of or no, it wasn't June, it was like August of 2016. So I happened to like click Power or something on demand. I thought that I had like a free STARZ like I had a free STARZ, not subscription, but they gave me a chance to watch STARZ for free. They didn't tell me how long, they didn't tell me that it had started, they didn't tell me anything about it. It was just by chance that I clicked it and it happened to work. So me and Marshall watched the first 2 seasons. We sped through them. We watched them in like 4 days. We watched all 20 episodes in 4 days. Now, we had started season 3, episode 1, and they said, oh, ha ha ha, you don't have STARZ, girl. So I was like, what? Like, no, I have to watch season 3. Like, so I was so mad, but season 3 had already ended by the time I was watching it, so I didn't have to worry about people spoiling it for me on Twitter or anything like that. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna wait until next year, because I know it comes back next year. I'm gonna wait until next year and get the STARZ package and watch season 3 right before season 4 comes on. So that's exactly what I did. I ordered STARZ Network for $12 a month, and I sped through. I ordered it Thursday, and not this Thursday, but last Thursday. I ordered it last Thursday, and was it? Yeah, I ordered it last Thursday, and me and Marshall watched season 3, which was like 10 episodes in 3 days. So, or like 2 or 3 days. So we sped through it. Now we're waiting, like, okay, STARZ comes on next Sunday. Oh my goodness, like, how are we gonna watch? Like, we gotta, like, I was just fiending to finish watching the series. So it finally came on demand, and I watched it. So I'm gonna recap you guys on what happened and what I feel about it and everything. So, man, season 4, it was a nice start, I guess. And I'm also going to be doing my makeup during this. So what you're seeing right now is my highlight, contour, foundation, and eyebrows, and I did a video on this. So you will see this video, you will see this highlight and contour routine in a few days after this video, after I put out this video. So once I put it out, I'm going to leave the link down below. But if you are one of the first watchers, one of the first people watching this video, you shall see me do my face in a few days. So I'm just going to jump right in. Season 3 ended with Angela, that bitch. I fucking hate her. Season 3 ended with Angela arresting Ghost for the murder of Agent Gregory Knox. And I was like, what? Like, out of all the crime that Ghost has committed, why would he get arrested for something that he did not even do? Like, but I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I saw Ghost leave his fingerprint, like, he touched the window, and when I saw him do that, I knew in my mind, I was like, that was when Ghost fucked up. And it was like, oh man, like, why would he do that? But I knew that he was going to get, I didn't know exactly, like, I thought they were going to arrest him, but not for the murder of Gregory Knox. Just like, maybe like sneaking into his house. I didn't know that he was going to die at this point. So he got arrested for the murder of Gregory Knox. They said that they found his DNA under the skin, under the nails of Gregory Knox. And I'm like, no way. Like, I hate when people, like, as much as Ghost legitimately does need to go to prison, I hate when police officers in real life and on TV shows, they plant evidence. Like, there was no way his fingerprint, there was no way that his DNA would be underneath of Greg's skin. There was no way his DNA would be underneath his nails. Like, it didn't make sense. But Ghost's fingerprints were definitely on that window. He fucked up there. But so he got arrested. Angela, his girl, like, he's in love with, he loved him some Angela, but shorty definitely arrested him. She arrested him in his club in front of everybody. Like, it went down.
This is where it goes down. I just happen to come up hard. Legal or illegal, baby, I never took a straight path nowhere. Life's full of twists and turns, bumps and bruises. I live, I learn. Homie, I grew up in hell. A block away from heaven. That is my regal royal flow. My James Bond mouse. Undercover liar. I lie under the covers. Look a bitch in the eyes and tell her, baby, I love you. You're my inspiration. You're my motivation. You're the reason that I move it with no hesitation.
Well, the series picks right up where season 3 left off. So Ghost is getting arrested, and he is in the prison, and this is at the same time where Kanan has kidnapped Tariq, his Ghost and Tasha's son, and he sends out the ransom picture of Tariq. He's saying the only way you're gonna get him back is to get some money or whatever. And at this time, Tasha's calling Ghost, like, Ghost, where's Ghost? And Ghost is getting arrested, honey. So he's like, oh my goodness. So the series, so now Tasha's Ghost is taking all his stuff out of his pocket, and he sees Tasha calling him. He goes to pick it up, and the cop is like, don't even try it. You can't talk to her right now. And he's like, this is my wife. And he's like, and I always notice that there are very few pivotal moments when Ghost refers to Tasha as his wife, because he's been messing with Angela the whole series. So there are very few times in the series when Ghost refers to Tasha as his wife. He called her at one time when Angela was getting smart with him or something. He's like, that's my wife. What? And this time he's like, my wife is calling me. And he's like, well, you're going to have to call her later because you're arrested, sweetie pie. So he's taking his stuff off. He's putting it in the bin. He's like, you know, taking all his stuff off, his cufflinks, his watch. There's probably a whole bunch of money in that bin worth of his items. But he's taking all his personal effects off, and Angela walks in, and he's like, you can't, like, you're seriously doing this to me? And she's like, I know you did it, and blah 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 blah. So the guy steps in, and he's like, Angela, you go home, I'm gonna deal with Ghost. So Angela goes home, and she pours herself a glass of wine. It's a really dramatic scene. She pours herself a glass of wine. She's like shaking and trembling, and she sits on top of her counter, and she's like shaking, and I just hate her. Like, she makes me sick. But she's sitting on top of her counter. She has a glass of wine. She's shaking. You know she's about to drop the glass of wine. So you know what she does? She drops the glass of wine. And I guess this is to show, like, oh, she's so tormented and torn up that Greg is dead, or that Ghost is, that her relationship turned out like this with Ghost, and yada yada yada. So she does that. He immediately calls. Ghost gets his one phone call, and he immediately calls his attorney, Proctor. Meanwhile, I guess they're gonna get more into Proctor's family life, because before he calls him, the scene is at Proctor, and he's at his wife, or his like baby mom's house, I guess, and she's like a crackhead, and he's like, you're using again? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm taking my daughter. And she's like, no, this is my weekend. And he's like, I'm telling the court that you're a crackhead. And she's like, you're the one that got me hooked on this in the first place. And he's calling his daughter, and you see the little girl hiding, like, I don't know where she's hiding. She's hiding like behind a curtain or something. So he's like, I'm taking my daughter I'm taking my daughter, like, you can't have her right now. So at the same time, Ghost is calling him. He answered. He's like, hello? And he's like, I just got arrested. They're saying I killed a cop. And he's like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Like, just stay calm. I'm going to get you out in the morning. I'm going to call Tasha. So he calls Tasha. Tasha is like, what? He got arrested? Where is Ghost at? He got arrested. And he's like, yeah, he got arrested. I need you to get the bail money together. And he's like, well, Tariq is missing. The reason Tariq is missing is because Kanan, who is 50 Cent, he doesn't kidnap him because he starts getting in good with him. They start hanging out. They're like buddies, blah, 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 blah. So he starts hanging out with him. So Tariq doesn't know that he's kidnapped. He thinks he's just hanging out with a friend. He got him hooked on lean. Not hooked, but he started him trying out lean and stuff like that. So Tariq is knocked out. Like, he's asleep. Kanan takes a picture of him with his arm around him and says, he sends it to Tasha and says, if you don't have this money, we're gonna kill your son, or something like that. So he gets arrested. So Tasha's like, oh my god, she's worrying. She's calling him. She calls Ghost. Ghost doesn't answer because of course she's in jail. She calls Tommy. Tommy comes over. And Tommy comes over to Tasha's house, and she's like, Raina, which is the daughter, said that Dre, who is friends with Kanan, who introduced Tariq and Kanan together, she's like, Raina says that Dre introduced Tariq to this guy named Slim, and he's hanging out with him, and that's where he said he was going. Who is Slim? Yada yada yada. So Tommy goes to Dre and is like, who is Slim? Where Tariq is missing? Blah 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 blah. Where's Ghost at? And Dre is like, you didn't hear? Ghost just got arrested. Tommy's like, arrested for what? And they're like, I don't know, man. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna go get Tariq. So Dre calls up Kanan. He finds Tariq. Kanan is like, alright, it's not a good idea to do ransom for him right now because Ghost is in prison, blah 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 blah, or is in jail, blah 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 blah. So Kanan decides, okay, I'm gonna wake up Tariq. I'm gonna let him know that we were playing around, we joked, we said that we sent this picture to Tasha. Listen, you can't let Tasha know who I am, blah 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 blah. So Tariq is stupid and he's like, okay, yeah, sure. So they go back. Tariq is like, yeah, I was just hanging out with my friends. It was all a joke. I fell asleep like a little kid. We were drinking. Da, 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 da. Tasha doesn't have time to focus on this because she's worried about Ghost, who's in prison. So Ghost, they kind of like don't really pay attention to it too much. But Tommy is like, how the hell does Andre know where to find Tariq at? So he doesn't trust Andre at all, which for good reason, you know. So Ghost is in prison. One of the prison guards is Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. But you know, when you go to jail for killing a cop, you don't get the best treatment in there. The lawyer is saying, okay, we need you guys to get the bail money together. And he's like, we don't know how much it is, but you need to have at least $2 million of clean money. So that's gonna be hard for them, you know. So they're like, the government is gonna trace this money. It needs to be clean money. So Tasha's like, well, how the hell are we gonna get this money together? So she goes to their stocks. Ghost has emptied out all of their stocks, all of their money that they have. They rent their penthouse. They don't have any way to gather up this money. So she looks into dissolving their kids' trust fund, but the tax penalty would be too great. So she doesn't do that. She then goes to visit Ghost in jail. And Ghost is like, get the money from Dean. Dean is the name that Milan, the big drug criminal Russian Serbian drug dealer, was going by. And he was going by Dean, a security guard. So he's like, get my money back from Dean, because that was clean money that he gave to Dean into his security firm or whatever. So Dean is dead because they killed him season 3. So they're like, how are we gonna get the money from Dean? So Tasha goes to Tommy. Tommy goes to the guy who was working with Dean, who's now working with Tommy, and says, we need this money to get Ghost out of jail because Ghost in jail is a problem for you. If they start looking into more activities that Ghost has been into, they're gonna look into us, and that is not good. So the guy Patar gets the money back from the security firm, and it makes it look like it was just a refund back into Ghost's bank account or whatever. So real quick, I have been using, for my eyes, I just used the Morphe 350 palette, and now I'm going to use these Studio Effect Ardell lashes for my lashes. The police come and they start searching Tasha's house. He's like, you can't just come in our house like this. And the guy's like, this is exactly what this warrant says. We can search your house. Are there any small children here? Blah, 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 blah. Also, last season, Lala, who is Lakeisha, who's played by Lala, who's Tasha's friend, we thought that, I didn't think that she died, but they saw Milan told Tommy to go kill Lakeisha. And Tommy goes up to Lakeisha, and then you haven't heard from Lakeisha all this time. So people are under the impression that she died. I don't think she died. Come to find out, she's not dead, and Tommy has her hiding out somewhere. So now she's back because Milan is dead, of course. She's back, and she's with Tasha when the police come storm into the place. So, of course, who's in there with the police but Angela? Angela's like, it's nothing personal. I'm just here to search. This is a murder suspect house, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, do you have any guns? So Tasha is like, sure, it's in this room that Ghost was in. So Angela is like, is this where he was sleeping? And Tasha is like, yes, I'm afraid he would have brought back bed bugs from your place. And everybody's like, oh, that's awkward. And then everybody knows that in the last season, Tariq stole a gun out of Angela's apartment, took it to school, and got caught with it. So Tasha gets the gun out the safe, and Angela asks if the gun is loaded, and Tasha's like, no, I'm smart enough not to have a loaded gun around children, which was another stab at her because Tariq had that loaded gun that he got from Angela. So that was pretty funny. So they didn't find anything, of course, at his house, because I don't think he keeps anything like illegal or anything going on at his house. But Tasha goes, so then now they have the hearing. So they're like, there's no real evidence against Ghost for this murder, you know what I'm saying? There's no real evidence. So his attorney is trying to put that across, like, this isn't substantial. Why would this, like, businessman, 3 children, they're in private school, this wife, why would he murder a FBI agent or whatever? So, and they're like, well, his fingerprints are at the scene, and he's like, no, the fingerprints are on the outside window of his apartment. Like, there's no, that's not a real, like, there's nothing that places him at the crime scene. So that's pretty much how that goes. So the judge is like kind of going with it. She's like, yeah, well, he's not really a flight risk, blah, 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 blah. And the DA says he has so much money and so much power that he is a flight risk. Like, why wouldn't he run if he has so much money, so much stuff like that? So the judge denies his bail, so he has to stay in jail until his hearing. And that's wild. So now you've got Ghost still in jail, Tasha like running around like, why, like, what is going on? Like, he's in jail. Then you've got Tasha telling her son Tariq to stay away, the people that he was hanging out with, and blah, 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 blah. And Tariq is so stupid. He goes and he texts, or 50 Cent texts Tariq, and Tariq responds, and he's like, oh yeah, when are we linking up, and stuff like that. So you can see that this is already going to take a turn for the worse. As much as I like 50 Cent in real life, I really do not like his character on this show, because I really like Ghost and I like his family, and I just want them to have that family unit. I don't know. But so needless to say, I also hate Angela. Then you have Dre, who wants to be in the business with Tommy and Ghost, but he also has that little bit of loyalty left to Kanan, who was his friend, you know, his mentor and stuff like that. So as the episode is winding down, you see Tasha come back, and she starts picking up the pieces of her house, which was absolutely ruined from the police the police looking around at her house. And then you have Tommy going around to the different people who are in business with Ghost, saying that the reason that Ghost is in jail is nothing to do with our business. It has something completely different. So our business should not be affected. So he's trying to convince the people to keep working with him and Ghost. Oh, and then you have Ghost. So Ghost is pretty much like, his lawyer had advised him to stay under the radar. Don't make anybody seem that you look like you are a drug dealer. Don't look like you are a street nigga. Don't look like you are any type of like anything. So just go with the flow. Act like you are a businessman. Don't do anything that'll get you caught up in prison. So Ghost is walking along, and Charlie Murphy is like, oh, we got a resistor. So they unhook him from the line of other prisoners or whatever, and they take him to the back and they beat him. So yeah, they take him to the back and they start beating him up real bad. They take him to the back and start beating him up real bad. So it's so sad. And then also I wanted to point out another key moment that I thought was pretty key was when Raina comes home from school or whatever, and she sees all the police in her house. She sees everything, and she realizes that Angela was the one who got her dad arrested. And she's like, you had us in your house. You said you wanted us to live with you. Why would you arrest my dad? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to our family? And Angela, like, I don't know, I think I see a little bit of like, damn, I really do love Ghost, and I did love his children. Like, and I think she feels a little bit bad at that point. And I don't know, man. I don't know how this season is gonna go. I don't know. Power season 4 episode 1 really premiered with a bang, and I really loved it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share, all of that good stuff. Expect a Power episode recap every Monday. Expect Power episode 2 next Monday, and I will be keeping you guys updated with all 10 episode recaps. And I hope you guys like this type of thing. I want to also incorporate other TV shows. I want to do music reaction videos, stuff like that too. So let me know if there's anything you want me to react to or anything like that. I love you guys so much, and until the next time, I will see you guys later.